Digital PR to give you a voice in the crowded digital world. Introduction. We all agree that the digital world is getting noisier with each dawning day. It is a fact that this may continue to be the case as more and more people join the internet trying to drive different agendas. There are many reasons why you would want to be heard above all that noise. You need to concentrate on getting better in terms of brand recognition, customer satisfaction, and the kind of reach you have within the market. You need to try all means possible to get your story out there and heard regardless of how noisy the digital world has become. Why you need PR. The media landscape is ever changing. It is very important for brands to keep in step with the changes that are happening all around if they want to remain relevant. Getting the attention of the customers has never, and will never be an easy feat. While not having an online presence could mean missing great opportunities, doing it wrong could mean that you end up spending time and resources on things that do not really work in the end. With great PR, you can successfully cut through all the clamor and end up building great affection for the brand regardless of how cynical and noisy the digital world is at the moment. You need to note that the old ways could be obsolete and therefore might not work to your liking. Even today, PR is still driven by stories. The storytelling art keeps on evolving and it has not lost its importance and its effectiveness. Storytelling changes with innovations and moods within the digital world. It makes sense for brands to know these moods and level with them as effectively as they possibly can. If you are successful, it means that you get more engagement and visibility to the audience. However, the ones that do not really meet the kind of expectations that the audience has may end up being lost on the way and forgotten altogether. It is very important that digital PR is to be approached with great understanding, especially reading the online landscape. It helps to have a very keen eye on the behavior of the consumers. It helps when you manage to add some original research and then lay focus on the best results. Being enthusiastic about coming up with contagious and creative content makes it possible to come up with the kind of PR that really works. Getting storytellers. It helps to find the best storytellers, especially the ones that you can really trust. Remember, the digital world rarely forgets. When you create a story and post it out there, it is very hard to retract it. Everything said will come bouncing back to your site. You need to have a team that you can trust and one that you are confident to work with. These people should be trustworthy so that you can be at ease knowing that they are in a position to actually tell your story. Make sure you get the best PR agency to work for you. Some qualities of the best agency. There are some things that can tell you whether the PR agency is good at what they do or not. They include agility. The best PR agencies are always agile. You need to know that your story is usually viewed through all sorts of lenses and across different niches from pop culture to politics. The best agencies try to focus on the horizon so that changes can be made as soon as they are needed. Research. It is very important to understand your audience in the best way possible. This is very critical if you want the kind of PR efforts you make to rise above all others. This can only be achieved by conducting research. It is important that the agencies conduct as much research as needed and then apply the things they learn. By so doing, you could earn the spotlight. Measurement. There are many data points that brands enjoy, such as views, shares, and engagement. However, these data points do not always tell us everything. However, the agency needs to concentrate on the best way to identify and grow the most meaningful metrics that you could think of. The best way to approach digital PR. Different agencies deal with digital PR in different ways. PR takes a lot of time to prepare, and for it to be as successful as it is meant to be, the best agencies usually start with in-depth research to help them understand the audience in the best way possible. This lays down the foundation for everything else. It is also important for them to concentrate on creativity. It helps when you take time to reflect on what you are doing and what you really want to achieve at the end of the day. The first thing is to get the correct information and be aligned. The best agencies take time to get familiar with the brands that they need to work with. They will then work hard to align themselves with the stakeholders regarding the objectives and goals that they could be having. It helps to know what a brand is all about and how the audience relates to it. Digital PR also needs to concentrate on social listening as well as landscape analysis. For this to be successful, it helps to know the different trends within the industry, the positioning of the competition, the successes that have been achieved in the past, and so on. There are different social tools that can be used to understand the perception of the ad and track any conversations that are relevant to it, especially on social media. Conclusion: digital PR is very important because it can help you be noticed in a world that is already too noisy and too crowded. There are so many things that could be done to commence the journey and launch brands and businesses to greatness. PR has to do with the creation and maintenance of lasting relationships. This can be a great challenge, and it can be done by simply leveraging the connections already made to build bridges between the collaborative team and brand. Thanks for watching this video article. Let's call it a Varticle. This Varticle has been posted for you courtesy of greg-watson.com and created and distributed by varticles.info. And hey, if you want to see more, then subscribe to this channel and don't forget to check out the link in the description.